everyone said this was the stuff to use. Everyone was using this stuff in their 9,000 RPM engines. And then one of my friends was out on the track and they blew their motor. So they went to Porsche Motorsports and the first question they asked was, did you just change the oil?
Welcome back to It's Track Time.
Okay, so let's talk about oil for a second here on the new modern Porsche cars. So if you look at your car on the back tailgate, you'll see a sticker. On most of the modern cars, the sticker says that you need to use a C40 certified oil. And the manual says that you can only use C40 certified oil to meet the requirements of the warranty. So everyone said this was the stuff to use. And this is the C40 on the back. It says that it's certified C40. It's a Mobile1 040 weight oil. It's the X3 ESP. Everyone was using this stuff in their 9,000 RPM engines. The dealership, I'm told, they put this in the 9,000 RPM engines. And then after having this car for about a year, one of my friends was out on the track with a GT4 RS Club Sport and they blew their motor. And they only had the motor running for about a year or so. So they went to Porsche Motorsports and they talked to them about the motor blowing up and whether it was going to be covered. And the first question they asked was, did you just change the oil? And the answer that came back was yes. And they said, are you using the Mobile1 ESP? And they said, yes, that's what the manual tells us to use. And they said, stop using that, start using this stuff. So this is the new C40 blend from Mobile1. It was specially blended for the GT cars. If you read the Mobile1 spec sheets, they say that this is the only oil that you should be using in the 9,000 RPM Porsche motors. And they say it's required by Porsche. So now we got this question of, our manuals tell us to use this stuff or you void your warranty. And Porsche Motorsports is telling the race teams, use this stuff instead. So this stuff is actually colored green. So when you put it in your crank and you drain it out, you can see that it's in your crank. I'm going to start using this stuff. Now that no one from Porsche has contacted me and said, you should be using this new C40 GT motor oil, but given that Porsche Motorsports is telling the race teams to use it on all of their cars, I'm going to start using this at the track. I'm going to dump, you can only dump 4 quarts out at a time from these engines. They have 8 quarts in them, so I can only get half the oil out. I'm going to take half of this stuff out and put half of this in and maybe drive it around on the street for a little bit and then drain out another 4 quarts, put another 4 quarts of this in, and maybe I'll have a pretty good blend of this in my motor for the next track event. So word to the wise, this seems like the stuff we should be using. Let me know what you guys are seeing and what you're hearing. There's a thread on it right now. This stuff's hard to get. I actually found it at Suncoast. I've been told that the dealership has it in stock as well, but their reservoirs and their service area, they don't have it in the reservoirs yet. So if you go in there for an oil change at the dealership, they're gonna give you this stuff. And if you go out and buy it, you can get this stuff and put it in your motor right now. So I'm gonna start running this stuff. So let me know in the comments below if you found this stuff, if you're hearing the same story or if you're hearing a different story. Thanks a lot. We'll see you out at the track next time.